I'm still trying to figure out what to do and what I have of value that I can share with the world, financially, and I mean, so that I can help myself, to be honest, but also just so I can not feel like a total piece of shit and actually help people. uh, I think I'm just gonna delete the last video. So, what I just recorded, I was like, a year ago, before I traveled to Asia, I used to pull up to this spot all the time, and I would do this. I would talk to the camera, and I would never post a video. Ever. I was always too afraid to post a video. And it was more of, in my head, it was like, okay, I'm practicing. I'm practicing. And I mean, I was practicing. I was getting comfortable doing it to an extent, getting my thoughts organized a little bit more, figuring out how to articulate my thoughts and be a little more comfortable in front of a camera. So, in the end, it was useful for this part, where presumably I'm gonna post this one too, because I've been posting videos to my new channel. But I was so afraid of being seen and of being seen, that I would record the videos, and then I think I saved a lot of them. Sometimes I would just delete them, and I ended up posting one that was a little bit edited, and I just deleted it a few months later when it got, I'm not even kidding, 0 views. So it got 0 views, and I'm like, okay, what? Obviously, I was kind of happy that I didn't want to be seen, so I was kind of happy that it didn't get seen. But in another way, I was also disappointed, and I kind of took that personally. Yeah. And I posted another one or two after that, and then whatever. Anyway, I ended up deleting the channel altogether. And it was a good test, I think. I'm not saying like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I got this, where I'm at with this, but I'm learning. I'm getting better at speaking in front of a camera, there's no doubt. I'm not saying I'm great at it or even good necessarily, but compared to last year, I'm getting better. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, now how does that tie in with what I said initially? I'm trying to figure out, like, if there's a way I can financially succeed enough to survive from some kind of YouTube thing, then that would be pretty chill. That'd be pretty chill. I would be pretty chill with that. I don't know what that looks like. I mean, who does? But I guess I don't really talk too much about what I want to do on this channel. I just talk about like where I'm at. To be honest, I have an idea of what I want to do. I want to make movies. I want to make films. I want to make my own films. And I think for that, a lot is involved. And like, I know a little bit. I would still say I'm still an amateur though. In, like, I have a pretty good understanding of cameras, computers, video editing. Like, I'm a pretty technical guy, tech savvy guy, and I work with my hands really well. Like I really like using tools or pressing buttons on a camera and typing on a keyboard. Like I like tactile things. I like driving. That's why I like driving manual and shifting and hand-eye coordination and interacting with the world mechanically, physically. I don't know. So I enjoy that a lot. And I really, for a long time, like, I'm pretty confident I want to make movies. I don't know what that looks like, Sometimes I try to sit down and you try to visualize something, and it's like with the intention of bringing it into reality. It's like how can you visualize something you don't know, right? Like you don't know what you want. So then I figured out, well, actually I do know what I want, which is mostly, it's true, it's just with some limitations. But I mean, that doesn't mean I don't know what I want, right? Like I know enough to know that I know I would enjoy making films. I have made films, short films, and they've been pretty shit. But I gotta keep going. I don't know where the hell the money would come in from doing that. And I say I gotta keep going, but it's like I'm not taking action. And then I'll have bursts of action, and so like the most important thing, man, I'm all over the place here. But the most important thing is consistency. It's like how do you know if you're being consistent to the thing that you want? The thing that you want to create. If you don't know exactly what you need to do to create the thing that you want to create, you might know some things, but you don't know everything. I mean, you don't need to know everything, right? But it's like, okay, I take a step, I do something in this area, I feel some kind of like motivation and gratification. I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm moving forward on some level, and then the next day, maybe the motivation's down a little bit, and maybe yesterday was a networking event or something to get myself out there and make connections. The next day there isn't actually something like immediate to take action on, not in the same way at least. So it's like, okay, I don't know what to do, and then I get in my head, I'm like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not moving forward, and I get down, and it's just like this stupid cycle, to be honest, just dumb. I don't know how to I don't know what I'm saying. It's hard to articulate where I'm at and how I feel, and I don't know if any of it is accurate, and like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Every goddamn week I'm on a completely different frequency, completely different mindset, but I do have a baseline, and my baseline is fucking shit. It's a lot better than it was a year ago. I realize it's so easy to forget, man. It's so easy to forget and sell yourself short. Like, yeah, it's really easy. It's actually stupid. It's stupid how easy it is to sell yourself short. I don't know why it's so... I don't know. It's ridiculous, but if you can not look at the external to gratify and to like find confidence in where you're headed, and I'm saying you, I'm talking to myself, then I'll just keep saying you, then you can, presumably, it's easier that when you're having a shit day, or it doesn't even have to be a shit day, it's just a day where it's like, it doesn't feel like, let's say yesterday where there was a lot of momentum and things felt like the rational mind was like, oh yeah, I'm moving forward, things are changing, look at all the evidence, look at everything, the big picture, look at all these pieces that are, falling into place, everything's perfect. And then the next day I wake up low energy, I get out of bed, that probably not a good start, the low energy part. I finally, maybe, hopefully, I go on a walk, I start my day, I eat, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what to do. Ugh. There's nothing's coming together, Like, no, I don't say that necessarily. It's just like that feeling of like, all of a sudden, yesterday I was like, and I'm not saying this isn't actually true. Yesterday I wasn't like that. But this is my experience on a consistent basis, is how inconsistent I am. I'm consistently inconsistent. I'm consistently going from everything's great and I'm working towards my vision and oh, there's money coming in and oh, maybe this is gonna like work out, and then the next day I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? So here's what I've learned more recently, which hasn't changed fucking anything, by the way, but in practice yet. But it's going to accumulate, I figure, I hope. 1, maintaining high energy. And I don't just mean positive, like, oh, I feel like affirmations, whatever, like life is good. No, I'm talking about eating food that's good. I'm talking about like on a basis, like a fundamental, like physical level. Eating food that, gives you energy, and being as healthy as you possibly can given your current circumstance and where you are mentally and how you're, pushing yourself to taking that extra step on eating better food that gives you more energy. Yeah. I mean, just that right there, like that's the most important thing. And, consistent sleep, early enough, long enough, all that shit. Allowing yourself enough rest in general, not just sleep, but rest. Like all these things, just so that your energy is kind of baseline, maintained to an extent. That's like the most fucking important thing. It's the most important thing at first. Otherwise, here's an example. I talked about this before. I fast on Sundays. I quit because of this, because of what I'm about to say. I used to fast on Sundays, and I quit because my energy would be so low because I wouldn't have coffee, which I've since quit completely, thank God. But I wouldn't have coffee and I wouldn't have food, obviously, and I would just have water, and I would feel super low. And like I didn't really feel like fucking doing anything physically. And everything in my head reflected that, and my thoughts because I got so much bullshit up here with like conditional, programming and whatever that I'm working on, let's say, to say the least, then those thoughts can, the negative default programming can creep in and very easily like autopilot the day, and my energy isn't up, and like, it requires energy to fight and to like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going on autopilot and following those thoughts. Instead, I'm gonna focus on the positives and like keep, my energy goes away from center and thinks something negative, and then I grab it and I'm like, nope, we're thinking things are good. Nope, like keep swaying and pull yourself back every time. But when your energy is physically down, you don't have the mental capacity, and at least, I'm talking for myself, and that can set me back a week of like negative thinking just from that one fasting day. So I just cut that out completely. I was doing that to heal my gut, but or help heal my gut with autophagy and whatever. It's for later. We're gonna do some other stuff that's gonna detox and clean while also maintaining my energy. So fuck the fasting for now. At least a whole day of fasting. I'm gonna do intermittent. I've been rambling. Yeah, I feel like I was gonna say something else about the things that I learned that are important. The energy thing. Always just bringing myself back and remembering the vision, remembering the what's the plan? What am I getting up for? What am I working towards? Why am I here? What do I want? And then what's in the way of what I want? Myself, first and foremost. Obviously, and what's in the way of what I want are beliefs, limiting beliefs, almost always. So working to somehow get through those, process those, clear those out, purifying the mind, as Joseph says. All right, I'm gonna fuck off. So peace, guys.